Good morning, all. This is Jack from Charting the Markets, and this is the pre-market webinar for the morning of Tuesday, the 9th of December. My disclaimer: I do this for educational purposes only. I'm here to share my technical analysis with you. I have to take some of what I'm doing, learn from it, transfer it to your own chance. I'm not here to issue trading signals. This is a video for paying subscribers at chartingthemarkets.substack.com, and it's published on YouTube after a delay of 24 hours. All right, great. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Now, yesterday, I was talking about, I wasn't really expecting it yesterday, which was the only really significantly bullish leaning day this week, but I was saying that we could use a day or two of retracement just to clear out some positive divergence, and actually one day has cleared out a lot of that, and I'm wondering whether we're going to have a second day. In terms of NQ, we had a weak 60-minute sell signal, and that's now reached the possible near miss target. We've got RTY, where we've still got a 60-minute sell signal fixed, and that hasn't reached it yet. YM, we didn't. DAX, we didn't. ESTX, we got a weak 60-minute sell signal fixed, and that hasn't reached the possible near miss target either. What I would say is we've got reasons to we've got setups to suggest that we might actually see some more lower today. Now we've got a couple of small double tops, and they're only little, but they are nonetheless double tops which are trying to break down. We've got one here on RTY, which is broken down with a target in the 2492 area. We've got another one on YM, which is broken down with a target in the 47350 area. We've also got another possible topping pattern on ES. We've got a possible head and shoulders here, and if that breaks down, that would have a target in about the 6770 area, I think. So we've also got a possible little head and shoulder pattern. Kind of looks like a double top, but it's not. These two highs are both part of the head. We've got a pretty decent looking head and shoulders there, which could break down with a target in the area of the monthly pivot at 25217. In terms of DAX, nothing really. ESTX, that's actually quite a nice looking little double top, and that could break down too. So I am wondering about a second day down, and if we're going to clear out all of the negative divergence on the hourly and 15-minute charts, that would be a good thing to see. Let's have a look at the SPX chart, and if we look at the hourly chart, the RSI 14 sell signal hasn't reached the possible near miss target yet. The RSI 5 one has made target, and didn't, I don't think. Hang on. Wait a second. Right. Okay. Yeah, we've got the RSI 14 sell signal on the 15-minute has made target. The RSI 14 sell signal on the hourly hasn't made target. And we could see some continuation down today to see that. On Qs, RSI 14 sell signal on the hourly is still intact. RSI 5 sell signal on the hourly has made target, and the RSI 14 sell signal on the 15 minutes has made the possible near miss target. So we've cleared out quite a lot of the negative divergence here, but the main hourly sell signals which had fixed are still there. Another day's downside, and we can see all of those make possible near miss targets. And as I said, we do have some patterns suggesting we might see that. We will see how that goes. All right, let's have a look at the 15-minute charts. Sorry, IWM charts on the 15-minute. Here we didn't have any negative divergence, and we've still got the weak RSI 14 sell signal here. So we've got hourly sell signals across the board. I'm not really expecting an awful lot from these, but I am thinking we might see another today's downside to clear that out, so we shall see. All right, great. After that, I'm still leaning towards seeing retest the all-time highs. I'm posting, and we do have some pretty bearish looking stuff on some other instruments. One I'm posting is the chart today. I'll just show you that one. Hang on, wait a second. This is on NVIDIA. And here, we've actually got a pretty decent quality. Look at the left and right shoulders. They're nice. This is a pretty decent quality head and shoulders, which is broken down with a target in the 144 area. And that's not necessarily going to reach that, but it's not showing any signs of failing so far. So we would need to get back over, I think, 199 and change to kill that, but basically over 200. But at the moment, that's a pretty nice looking head and shoulders, and it looks as though this is the breakdown, the little bear flag that forms from that. I'm wondering about that making target too. We shall see. All right, great. Let's have a look at, well, first actually, let's have a look at DAX and Nikkei, both of them in the groove, well above daily middle bands. Likely to be continuing higher, expecting to see a higher retest on Nikkei and maybe one on DAX as well. We shall see. All right, let's have a look at DX. Now, DX, we've got, we saw a bit of a rally yesterday, which wasn't unexpected. I am wondering if we might see a retest of this little short-term low today. I've got a couple of reasons to think that. On Euro, this kind of looks like a little bull flag, which is inviting a retest of this little high here. On USD JPY, we've got a possible 60-minute sell signal brewing, and if we were to retest this low, we could set up a nice looking little double bottom that could get us back up into the high. But I am leaning towards seeing US dollar rejecting to the upside, but I'm just wondering about the pattern set up to do that. We will see how that develops. In terms of ZB, we're seeing a bit of a rally here. None of what I was saying yesterday actually still doesn't apply, so I'm still leaning towards seeing more downside here on bonds, but I think we're just seeing a bit of a rally here and setting up an alternative resistance trend line. No obvious pattern forming, although we could form an inverted head and shoulders here. On ZN, we've got that large double top I was talking about has actually started breaking down. So that's broken down with a target of 110.17 to 110.12 range. Seeing a bit of a rally here, but I'm quite liking the downside on this. Looking at CL, I'm still wondering about that low retest at 56. And HO we broke up from this little lower bottom, and we're basically rejecting back into the lows on RBOB. Pretty close to the lows as well. I'm still wondering about that low retest, and I'm thinking we may well get it. NG, this is actually retracing more than I had expected. So watching the monthly pivot at 4.691. If it breaks and converts that, well, maybe this isn't a breakup. But I'm still leaning towards this high inviting another higher high soon. We will see. I haven't marked it in, we've got a possible 60-minute buy signal brewing here. On GC, looks like a little bull flag forming. SI, I think we are testing resistance here, and if we see a break up, then the 60s are wide open. Looking at palladium, trying to break up from this triangle. Platinum, inviting a retest of this high here. I'm really leaning, I think there's a fairly bullish look to all of the precious metals here. HG could be forming head and shoulders here with the right shoulder forming at the moment, so keeping an eye on that. KC, at the moment it's losing the monthly pivot, in which case we could just continue downwards, but I don't think I'm not necessarily calling that right now. I'm thinking give it another day or two, but at the moment it's failing to get back over the monthly pivot. SB hasn't quite made it to the target in the 15.43 area, and I'm still leaning towards that being made. On CC, this could be a bear flag forming. Not a particularly good resistance trend line. 60-minute sell signal fixed. Almost failed, but didn't quite. Might still, of course. But if we didn't already have one fixed, another one would be brewing here. Nope, not quite actually. Sorry, that hasn't retested the high. So, but if it did, then it would be brewing again. CT, possible bottoming action here, but if we go much lower, that'll be inviting a retest of this low here in the 63.10 area. Lumber, nice looking double bottom, hasn't broken up yet. Wheat, nice looking double bottom, hasn't broken up yet. Corn, looks like bullish consolidation at the moment. Soy is breaking down towards this target here. At the moment, I was looking at something last night, and apparently the Chinese have bought about 2 million tons of soybeans out of the 12 agreed, and of course against the 29 they bought last year. That's not an awful lot, and I think obviously this break up in price was mainly about that, and at the moment we're seeing that mostly being given back, and I'm on that basis, unless we see some big orders in the next couple of days, I think I'm feeling pretty good about this reaching this 105.58.75 area. ZL coming back below the monthly pivot. Live cattle, possible IHS neckline being hit. HE, possible double bottom here. No sign of it breaking up so far. All right, great. Let's have a quick look at questions. All right, I'm feeling pretty positive about the precious metals. I am definitely wondering about another day down to test some weekly pivots on the equity charts. If we could clear out these these open hourly sell signals, and that would clean up the charts a bit for the next move up. All right, great. In that case, I think that's a wrap, guys. Everyone take care, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.